Hello, Brian the fanboy here, and today I'm gonna talk about Fox Kids. Now, I started watching Fox Kids when my family and I were living in Chatsworth, Massachusetts. And well, I was 6 years old, when we moved there. But how I found out about Fox Kids, well, I can't be sure because, well, I haven't learned how to use a calendar yet. But I think that the way I found out about it was because, well, me and an aunt of mine who used to live with us, she well, we watched The Simpsons together, which yes was on the Fox network, and maybe that's how I found out Fox Kids because every time I come home back from school, well, when I turn the channel on to watch what I was usually watching before, I think that's how I found out about Fox Kids. Of course, maybe I would be watching it, found out about it on Sunday mornings as well. But however, I found out about it, I don't remember. Of course, one show on Fox Kids that caught my attention was, of course, the Tom and Jerry kids. And as a kid, I enjoyed watching Tom and Jerry cartoons, and I was surprised that I could finally watch that show. I mean, I have seen parts of it in a house where my father's side of the family used to live with. I mean, used to live in, but I started watching on a regular basis. Once I discovered Fox Kids, and I also remember Tiny Toons was on it as well. And as for the ones that happened on the shows that were airing on Fox Kids Saturday mornings, well, like I said before, my aunt and I have been watching them Simpsons for some while, I mean, for a time. So I guess when we turned the TV on Saturday morning, we found Fox Kids. Of course, Nicktoons was still airing on Nickelodeon at the same time. So I guess somehow I kind of like after Nicktoons, I would start watching uh, whatever shows was airing on Fox Kids. And the shows I remember watching then when I first started was well, Bobby's World, Urban Jim, Eat the Cat, Tasmania, Danger Dave, and X-Men the Animated Series. I also remember that during the commercials there was some kind of like segments that insult that sorry that showed a baby duck that looked like an adult human. Now, when I first started watching Fox Kids, I didn't watch that much of it at first because I was watching Barney and Sesame Street, and I was also watching Disney Afternoon as well. Now, when my family and I moved to Massachusetts, right around late August of 1983, I started watching more of Fox Kids and on both Saturday mornings and weekday afternoons. And that was shortly after my father got the cable for the house we were living in at the time. And over time, I started watching more and more of Fox Kids. I mean, yes, I did see shows on other networks around that time, but a majority of me watching shows on Saturday mornings and weekday afternoons was mostly on Fox Kids. And I remember, watching Power Rangers and Animaniacs, Goosebumps, Beetleborgs, see what else? But Digimon. Yeah, so many shows we never watched and enjoyed. And I also remember when my family and I when I was visiting my mother's side of the family for Christmas of 1987. Well, I was kind of upset because there were some Christmas shows that were going to air on Nickelodeon at the time that I wanted to see, and of course they did put on Nickelodeon. And not only that, I also discovered there was also Fox Kids as well. Now, the thing is that in Peru, well, from what I remember, Fox Kids was 24 hours a day, all day long, non-stop. I mean, in America, I remember that Fox Kids were only on Saturday mornings and weekday afternoons. But when I saw the shows on Fox Kids in Peru, it was all day long, like non-stop, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And of course, I still all in Spanish. And even if you had shows that were the American, especially Fox Kids, but other shows that I hadn't even heard of. And it was really surprising. And of course, I went back to America after the Christmas and New Year's vacation. I went back to watching Fox Kids on a regular basis, like on Saturday mornings and weekday afternoons. So yes. Oh, and I also remember to read like was a kid. Well, after each show would end, there would be some kind of something talking about the Fox Kids countdown. Of course, I never got a chance to hear it because well, I didn't know how the radio worked. I mean, I was given a mobile radio. Well, a friend of my mother gave me a mobile radio when I was a kid, but I never understood how dialing the stations work. So, yes, growing most of my childhood was mostly watching Fox Kids. And then one day when I was walking home from middle school, as soon as I got home and changed the channel to Fox, so I can watch the shows I usually watch on Fox Kids, it wasn't airing on Weed News anymore. Instead, they were showing some kind of boring news program or talk shows, things I wasn't interested. So I did what any kid who usually watch, kid shows around that time would do. Go to another channel and watch their shows instead. But even though Fox Kids stopped airing on weekday afternoons, they were still airing on Saturday mornings. And then when I was in high school, Fox Kids became the Fox Block. And they were showing songs like Older Man, The Woody Woodpecker Show, and Tom and Jerry Tales. Of course, I didn't watch much of the Fox Block at the time because, well, around that time they were showing interesting shows on ABC Family. I mean, I did start watching ABC Family in 1998, back when it was no, it was Fox Family Channel, back when it was new. So I kind of like yeah, as well as Kids WB. You know. But like I said before, I mostly watched Fox Kids when I was a kid. When before we changed the channel to Nickelodeon, as well as Disney Channel and Cartoon Network. And then, of course, ABC finally stopped showing kid shows on weekday mornings. I mean, Saturday mornings. And I think they stopped doing that on weekend news as well. And I think it's because, well, probably they couldn't compete with Nickelodeon or Disney Channel or even Cartoon Network when it comes to kids shows. And then, of course, Fox became for kids TV. And well, I didn't watch much of it at the time because, well, for one thing, I was working on Saturday morning, and of course, around the same time, I discovered that you can watch TV shows on the internet. So I could watch whatever shows I wanted any time without having, uh, the stress of wanting to catch a show before it's too late. And then, of course, the Fox network stopped showing airing kid shows altogether. And, there will be no more Saturday morning cartoons on Fox, as well as any other major network, except for WP, which became CW, but eventually they stopped showing that too. So, yes, as a kid, Fox Kids was sorry, have it here. Yes, so Fox Kids was good. I mean, watching shows of Fox Kids was very fun. I mean, sure, there were some shows I wasn't interested, but most of them I really enjoyed. And probably there are some shows that used to be on Fox Kids that are now on some others on Netflix or Hulu. I do not know where you can find them. You just have to look it up. But yes, Fox Kids was very entertaining, and it's sad that it's gone. But well, anyway, it was good, and we can also look for whatever shows used to be on Fox Kids online, depending where you can find it. So I guess all I can say for this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.